Well, hello everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the Recreation Rundown. My name is Jonathan Krawchuk, station manager here at Culpeper Media Network, and as always, it is our pleasure to learn more about our organization that we know and love called Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. Joining me today, as always, is Tabitha Riley. She is the Program and Facility Supervisor for Culpeper Parks and Rec. Glad I got that out.
Long title.
I know. Tabitha, first off, it is a pleasure to see you once again.
Well, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here and see you.
So we're going through, this is now our third episode of the Recreation Rundown, and I think people are beginning to understand the scope of all that you do, Parks and Rec does. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that folks really had a first-hand experience with happened just this past weekend.
Correct.
And it's one of the first things we want to talk about before we move on into what's going on and what's coming up is the resounding success that was the Culpeper Cycling Century. So do me a favor real quick. We were talking before we went on the air. Mm-hmm. And how many people took part in the Cycling Century?
We had 530 people registered.
530 people.
530. That's a
incredible.
whole lot of cyclists. Our biggest year ever.
Really?
This is year 14, and this was our biggest year.
Well, that's quite amazing. I'm sure folks who were riding around our scenic county had a chance to see folks on the 30, the 60, or the 100-mile ride.
Correct.
So talk to us about how the event went. Obviously, we had record turnout, but tell us how it went. How did it go?
Fabulous. Honestly, it went very, very well. Weather could not have been, if I'd put in an order for weather, it could not have been better. Beautiful, nice sunny day, clear skies. Location was great. We moved out to Eastern View High School this year. Historically, we've always held the event in downtown Culpeper because we really want to bring that economic development to downtown. Mm-hmm. However, with last year, we had 501 cyclists. This year, we were expecting that again. We didn't want to adversely impact all the downtown businesses because our point is to help them, not hinder them.
Yes.
With 500 cyclists that arrive 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning and don't leave until 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the evening, that's a whole lot of parking spaces that are being taken up for shoppers.
Yeah.
So we made the decision to move it out to Eastern View High School and the Culpeper Sports Complex. Indoor space, school was great, lots of parking. We were out of the way, but we were still close enough to downtown so that those that wanted to come into downtown to either grab a bite to eat, send their family that accompanied them to go shopping while they're riding, still convenient enough to do that. And
you and I both know that the economic impact of an event like this is it's astronomical. And I know that downtown and all of Culpeper benefited tremendously from this event.
I was running numbers this morning on residency of our participants. So 51 people were Culpeper County. Everybody else out of that 530 people was non-county.
That is incredible. Those are amazing numbers.
It's from all over the state. We're pulling in people, plus out of state, North Carolina. So we are getting, this is a regional event. It's not just a local event.
And as we've said numerous times before, those individuals who come in, they obviously enjoy their time. Mm-hmm. They have to eat.
They have to eat. They have to get gas.
They have to eat. They have to get gas. And if they're from far enough away, they're going to have to stay here overnight.
Right.
And then, of course, what do they do after that?
They eat and get gas again, and then they leave.
Exactly.
And we don't have to, hate to say we don't have to deal with them anymore, but we want them to come back next year.
Exactly.
So.
From all the responses that I've read online, articles that I've read in the paper, everyone was just over the moon about the event.
Right.
As far as I understand, it went incredibly smoothly. No one had any problems. You mentioned the weather.
Right.
One of the ones I was reading, I think, was the ease of the course. Because when we were talking about, we had the safety video that we did, and we were talking about it earlier. The integration with the app was a huge success, I believe.
Right. A lot of people like that. They were either able to use the app we provided itself and navigate the course, or they could use that to actually download their own files to load into their personal GPS device.
Okay.
So it gave them the options. They could also print out directions, but the course was also very well marked. Andrew, the director, and myself went through last week and we marked the course so that people could ride without a cue sheet. It's a small thing we can do that makes it easier for the cyclists.
Well, with the success of the Culpeper Cycling Century, obviously that's attributed to the hard work of staff. And another reason it went off
Volunteers.
so well has to be because of the volunteers.
Volunteers, volunteers, volunteers. They are the heart and soul of events like this. They cannot be done, these events cannot be done without volunteers. It's a couple hours that they were able to give that helped make this event so much more successful. Also, what makes this event successful is our sponsors.
Yes.
So I'm going to run through.
You have a cheat sheet again on that
I got
one?
a cheat sheet again.
I have no issue with that. They
So,
did amazing work, and we have to at least recognize them and say thank you.
So they are fabulous. They help support this event, which helps the Culpeper Recreation Foundation. So our sponsors, we had an ultra sponsor, Battlefield Farms, tour sponsor of Bragg's Corner, stage sponsors of Cintas, K Art and Design, Gayhart and Willis, and sprint sponsors Charlie and Jane Barrel, Brooks Chiropractic Clinic, Clark and Walker Attorneys, Davies Barrel, Will Llewellyn and Edwards PLC, Elliott DeJarnett, McGriff, and Mills Dayton and Company. So the Culpeper Cycling Century is a fundraiser. Mm-hmm. All the proceeds from this event go to the Culpeper Recreation Foundation, which is a nonprofit 501c3 that supports and builds additional recreational amenities at the Culpeper Sports Complex. So if you remember, when the sports complex opened in 2006, it was fields.
Yes.
It was fields, and that was it. The foundation has put in outfield fencing on the baseball fields. They've put in irrigation. They've put in scoreboards. They've put in they've helped fund the 2 playgrounds that are out there, the concession stands that are out there with restrooms. This event supports their ability to do that.
And just one more reason, I think the community supports this event and many others that Culpeper County Parks and Recreation does, because as you said, what you give to the community, it gets back into the community. So, and I really love that circular approach, and I really love what Culpeper Parks and Rec is doing for our community.
Right.
All right, so Tabitha, we have a lot more to talk about.
Yes.
But before we do that, I think we should maybe check out some footage and some feedback from the Culpeper Cycling Century held just this past weekend. We'll be back with more on the Recreation Rundown. Well, welcome back to Recreation Rundown, joined again with Tabitha Riley, Program and Facilities Supervisor for Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. Now, Tabitha, some amazing footage from the Culpeper Cycling Century.
Yes.
And again, as we spoke of earlier, congratulations on such an amazing event. And now, as we look about what was successful, I want to talk now about what's coming up, what is going to be in the next round of amazing events for Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. Now, here we are in the month of October, and we all know what's so special about October. But there is an event that you teased last time coming up at the end. I think it's what's that thing? It's something. There's candy involved. What is that?
Oh, you gotta have candy if there's Halloween
That's
around.
right, Halloween.
So we're putting a spin on it. So this is an event we did many years ago that we're bringing back. So it's new. We're gonna go with it's new.
Sounds new to me.
Yep, the Moonlight Halloween Candy Hunt. So it's gonna be for ages 2 to 12. It is a free event, but we do have to pre-register. So that way I know I've got enough candy for all the kids. But it's going to be on Friday, October 29th. Check-in starts at 6. And while everybody's checking in, we'll have a movie going, have some stuff going on for the kids, whatnot. And then it's followed by a costume contest, which is going to be broken down for ages 2 to 5, 6 to 9, and 10 to 12-year-olds. So they're competing with their own ages. We'll have prizes and whatnot. All the kids will get to parade around so everybody can see their costumes. My volunteers will be the judges, so we'll get back to volunteers here in a minute. And then the football fields will be divided up into those same age groups, and they'll be hunting for candy, actually Halloween eggs filled with candy.
Okay.
They do need to bring a flashlight because it is going to be dark. We're going to have not all the lights turned off, but a majority of the lights turned off. So it makes it a little different. So something fun to do.
Well, you do need to have a little bit of moonlight for the Moonlight
Exactly.
Candy Hunt. Now, it is my understanding that this is already becoming an amazingly popular event.
Yes.
Limited space. You mentioned you did need to register. I think now might be a good time to give out the contact information.
Yep, so they
for
can-
Culpeper, for Parks and Rec.
They can register online at culpeperrecreation.com. Click on the activities icon. That'll take you to our registration page. Just type in candy and it'll pop up the Moonlight Halloween Candy Hunt. They do need to register each child they're bringing. So if you've got a family of 5, don't just register one kid. Register all 5 kids.
And Lord knows it's important if you, as you mentioned earlier, you're registering to make sure you have enough candy.
Correct.
And you got to make sure,
Right.
because if you don't, you're
If
going
I
to be in a little bit of
have
trouble.
15 families that only register one kid and they've all got 3 or 4 kids, I ain't going to have enough candy. And we're going to have some very upset little ghosts and goblins. So we don't need any sad ghosts and goblins at Halloween.
Very true.
So we want to make sure we've got enough candy for everybody.
Well, one of the things that we were talking about, again, the lifeblood of all these events
Yes.
are volunteers.
Correct.
And you did mention that you'll need volunteers.
Right.
Okay, and I'm assuming the volunteers should be helping out, judging the costume
Right.
contest.
They're going to help check in people. They're going to help make sure the kids stay in the designated areas so they don't go searching where we don't have any candy at.
Okay.
We don't want the kids
Yeah.
not to find any candy.
They got to herd the cats, you know.
Exactly, exactly. Or the ghosts and goblins.
Truly. All right, so the website is on the screen currently, the URL to directly register.
Right.
But they could also call or email you as well.
They can give us a phone call at 540-727-3412 is our office line. Extension 4 will put them with our office manager, Kathy. Extension 5 will get them with me, or they can speak with the director, Angela, at Extension 7.
All right. I know there are many ghosts, goblins, ghouls, little ones that are
Yes.
extremely excited about this new event that
Right.
we're having at the Culpeper County Sports Complex. Again,
Free event.
A free event. So make sure you register early and register your entire family.
Correct.
Not just the one child.
Correct.
So that's one of the larger events, and every single time we talk regarding the programs that Culpeper County Parks and Recreation has to offer, would you like to talk about a few
Absolutely.
of those?
We've got some great instructors, so they come up with some really good ideas. Again, I've got a cheat sheet because I've got a lot of classes.
There really are a lot of classes.
And this is just mid-October to mid-November.
Well, this is why we do the show monthly.
Exactly. So, with the winter weather coming up, a lot of people like supplements to help them with their immune system. We've got an elderberry syrup making class.
Elderberry.
I personally love it. It's nice and sweet. It's kind of grapey tasting, sort of, but it's a great immune booster. So learn how to make your own. You'll make it in class. Everybody will get to take some home. You can also add on to purchase a kit to take home and make more.
Okay.
So there's 2 options there if you just want to come and try it and see what it's about, or you can add the kit on. First aid certification, child and babysitter safety certification. Holidays are coming up. Older kids may need to babysit family members or just in the neighborhood. Great class to have. It covers safety, how to deal with the parents, how to deal with the kids. So great class there. But our first aid class still has a couple spaces. Great, it's open to ages 12 and up. Our child and babysitter safety certification class is open to ages 12 and up. We also we got to take care of the furry members of the family. We've got puppy kindergarten coming up and basic obedience. So puppy kindergarten is for dogs under 5 months, and basic obedience is for dogs 5 months and up, whether they're 5 months or 5 years or 15 years. Any dog can attend that class. Good general overview of your basics. Basket weaving. We've got some cooking classes, mozzarella and ricotta cheese. We also have an artisan bread baking basics class.
Really just getting the whole plate loaded.
Correct, exactly.
I like it.
So we're doing a nature hike at Spillman Park with Friends of the Rappahannock. They're also hosting an owl prowl at Lynn Park. Say that one 5 times fast.
I'm glad you said it first.
That's going to be a great class. Introduction to Youth Rugby. Rugby is a growing sport. It's a 1-day, 3-hour workshop. It introduces 8 to 14-year-olds to the sport. So they go over the basic rules, how to play the game, just a really short clinic to get them interested. We've got drawing and painting classes for ages 6 to adults. Zumba is back, and that's doing really well. Making your own clay earrings. Neat little craft for kids and adults. We also have a new class, Introduction to Reiki. So it's more relaxation. So kind of a combination of meditation, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The instructor can explain it a whole lot better than I can.
Well, that's why they're the
Exactly.
instructor. Now, one of the other things we want to talk about, these are the programs, activities, classes. One of the things that are I guess, a facet of what you do that has made a large return are your trips.
Correct.
We mentioned a couple last time, but we do have a few big ones coming up very soon. In fact, one of the ones, actually, I'm interested in 2 of these. I asked you about one because I have the kids, and I think they will be all about probably both of these. But the first one of the ones we want to talk about first, December 4th, is your Busch Gardens Christmastown trip.
Correct.
Whoa.
As we discussed last time, I'm a big kid. Christmas is my favorite holiday. So, got to go where Christmas is. And Busch Gardens has Christmastown. So, Thanksgiving through right after Christmas, they transform their theme park into Christmastown. They have millions of Christmas lights up. They decorate for the holidays. All their shows spin to a Christmas theme. They still have some roller coasters open for use for rides, and the shops are open, the restaurants are open. But everything is Christmas. It's a great way to go down, spend the day, have some fun. You can see the shows, you can do a couple rides, go shopping, and just enjoy the day.
Now, and you do mention this is a day trip, and so I think we leave.
Yep.
We leave by bus from the sports complex at 11:30.
Yep. So it is a charter bus trip. We get on the bus about 11:15. The bus is pulling out of the parking lot at 11:30. We are on time, so make sure you're early and get on the bus. We get down to Busch Gardens around 2:15, 2:30ish, and once we get there, I give you your ticket. You check in, have fun, enjoy the park. Do whatever you like. You do not have to stay with the group. Go, and you and your friends or whoever you sign up with, enjoy. You get back to the bus about 8:15. We pull out at 8:30, and we are home by about 11.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So you don't have to drive. You don't have to deal with traffic. All you get to do is have fun.
All while supporting Culpeper County Parks and Recreation.
And it's only $89 a person. That includes the bus and your trip and the ticket into Busch Gardens. If you would like, you can add on a meal package. It's $22 for the meal package, or you can just buy your food there.
And moving along with the Christmas theme, just a week later on, December 11th, and the Potomac Eagle Scenic Railroad's North Pole Express.
This is the one I'm really looking forward to. We get to see Santa Claus.
I know, we were talking in the back, and I think both of us were like, wait, what's this? What's this now? Tell me more. So please tell us more.
So, Potomac Eagle Scenic Railroad is a diesel locomotive scenic railroad train out of Romney, West Virginia. So normally when we've gone up there before, it's a great trip. It's about 2.5 hours to get there. So it's a little bit of a long bus ride, but not too bad. Not really too much more than Busch Gardens. But we leave the Culpeper Sports Complex again about 11:30 in the morning. We get there about 2. The train station is going to be set up with a live nativity. They're going to have some fresh wreaths for sale. They're going to have some cider for sale. They've got stuff going on at the train station. We board the train at 2:30. It pulls out at 3, and we travel about 35, 40 minutes down the tracks, and then we stop, and then Santa Claus gets on the train. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. And they hand out gifts to the kids. They're going to be handing out candy canes. And then we travel back to the station. While we're on the train, there's going to be carolers. There's going to be hot chocolate, milk, and cookies. Our tickets are going to be in the first class car. So we'll be in a dining car. Everybody have table and seating, not just bench seating. And there'll be heavy hors d'oeuvres, so cheese and crackers, some other snacks and whatnot. You're more than welcome to bring your own lunch or dinner with you. That way you've got a little bit more to eat if you'd like. And it's just going to be a really good all-around holiday trip.
A great opportunity to get truly in the Christmas spirit. And how often do you ride the Polar Express with Santa Claus?
Exactly.
Well, Tabitha, I know I'm extremely excited about all the events coming up, especially the 2 trips getting in for the holiday spirit. So, folks, if you want some additional information, I highly recommend you check out culpeperrecreation.com. If you want to learn more about Culpeper County Parks and Rec on Facebook, you can search Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. You can also give them a call at 727-3412, and you can reach Tabitha at extension 5. Now, we still have more coming up, and we're going to learn about what is upcoming for Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. But before we do that, we're going to speak with another very special guest. All right, we are joined now by Sarah Langland, board chair of Girls on the Run. Sarah, first off, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
It is a great opportunity to speak with a representative from an extremely worthwhile organization. We had the opportunity to speak with a couple Girls on the Run representatives over the years. We've been to some of their races. But for those who are unfamiliar with Girls on the Run, kind of take me through, I guess, for lack of a better term, the mission statement. What is the overall modus operandi for Girls on the Run?
Sure. We help girls in 3rd through 8th grade discover their limitless potential. And we use that through physically based activities where the girls will connect with the girls through running, walking, skipping, whatever their happy pace is. And then we teach them lessons of boundary setting, negative self-talk, how to deal with that, and other life skills that help them grow up to be strong, confident women.
So that is obviously a fantastic goal. How long has the organization been around? And I mean, because you guys have been around for quite a little bit.
I think we're going on our 7th year. And Girls on the Run International has been around for many more years than that. So.
Well, actually, when you just answered that question, it kind of led me into my next one. It's not just Culpeper. You guys serve a larger area.
We serve Culpeper, Fauquier, Rappahannock, Madison. We're expanding into Fredericksburg City, Stafford County, and Spotsylvania and Stafford.
Spotsylvania and Stafford?
Yeah.
So, kind of give me an idea. I mean, when you guys meet, when you ladies meet, do you have like monthly meetings, or do you?
Sure.
You mentioned running, and I mean that's part of it.
Yeah. So we meet for 10 weeks to train, and it's typically twice a week throughout this 10-week program. And then at the end of the 10 weeks, the girls this whole time are training for a 5K. And there'll be a 5K on November 21st. And for a lot of these girls, it's the first time they've ever run so much. So they start the season off like, I can't do this. And then by the end of the season, they're still like, I don't think I can do this. But when they finish that 5K, they just light up. They're like, I did it. It's so neat to see that.
Well, I'm sure, because you've been with the organization for a while, and you must see a lot of young ladies grow and emerge into young women over the years.
Absolutely. Just to see them grow in that short 10-week period is amazing. And then when I see repeat girls in future programs, to see how much they've grown and taken the skills from the first time I saw them into encouraging them to grow even more. It's very special.
So you talk about the goals. for somebody who obviously is not much of a runner, as you may have guessed, but take us through some of the things. Are there specific activities?
Yeah.
Like when you come, how does a meeting typically happen?
Sure.
Or what happens?
What happens, yeah. So that's the beauty of the Girls on the Run. Even though run's in the program name, running is not required. We just encourage them to keep moving, just like life. You just got to keep on moving so you find your happy pace. We meet with the girls. We initially have like a little check-in, see how they're doing, and then we'll have a little warm-up activity that has a little lesson built into it. And then we transition into our practice time and start off small with the time we run, and we build up so that that's the way they're training to actually get ready for the 5K. And then we all come back together and we connect and share the lessons that we learned that day. We give little cheers to help encourage each other and shout out who did great during that particular practice, or maybe someone who encouraged somebody a little bit more than they would have had to. They just went ahead and did it. So.
Well, it sounds like an amazing opportunity for the young ladies of the area.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't think we've mentioned the website, and that's gotrpiedmont.org.
Correct.
And there's a lot of information. You talked a moment ago about the 5K at the end of the season. You mentioned that end of the season is coming up November 21st at 2 p.m.
We encourage the whole community to come and join us. We also need volunteers. It takes a lot of people to run it, so we need a lot of help with that. And it's like I said, you don't have to be a girl to run it. Anyone in the community can join. It's a great opportunity to see the excitement in these girls and see firsthand like what this program can do for them.
Now, I know you've seen it make a difference in the lives of young ladies over the next few years. If someone is interested, and maybe they haven't been, if someone has a young lady, that, again, the ages, again?
3rd grade through 8th grade. It's 2 separate programs. 3rd through 5th is elementary, and 6th through 8th is our Heart and Soul middle school program.
Okay. So if there's a mother or father out there who are listening and they're interested, what is the thing you would say to them to push them over the top? Like, listen, this can really, really make a difference.
I just think every girl should be in it.
Really?
I really do. I feel like the girls that are struggling making friends, they're the easy candidates for the program because I've seen them go from having no friends to now having a whole team full of friends. But even the girls that are confident already, they still learn something from the program as well. And the coaches learn a lot too from the program. And so you just can't help but learn the same lessons as while you're coaching and teaching these lessons to the girls too.
Well, and it's an amazing event, and obviously when my girls come of age, speaking with you and speaking with a few other representatives from GOTR over the years, I cannot wait for my girls to join. They're already faster than I am, but again, the development into young ladies is what is extremely important, not only for the young ladies but also for the Culpeper community.
Right.
So
absolutely.
If we talked about the website, we talked about the upcoming 5K, one of the other things that I wanted to mention is I love the fact that you are partnering and working with Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. One of the things we've touched on throughout the programs is the partnerships within the community. And we were speaking before we came on the air about that, the importance of that partnership with Parks and Rec, especially Tabitha doing an amazing job.
She's our hero.
Yeah, and so that has to bring a lot, not only to their organization, but your organization as well.
Absolutely. Our 5Ks go off. If there's any hitches, nobody knows about it. Like, I don't even know about it, and I'm there. And it's because of the organization with the Parks and Rec that they're able to help make sure everything goes smoothly and taken care of for us. It's great.
All right. Well, Sarah, I think there's going to be a lot of individuals who are going to log on to gotrpiedmont.org.
Yep.
Is there another method of contact that we want to let our folks know about?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever your favorite social media platform is, we're on there, and we'd love to connect with you and have you like and follow us.
All right. Well, Sarah Langland, thank you so much. Board chair for Girls on the Run. We appreciate your time and the effort that you and your organization go through in cultivating young ladies in the area.
Thank you for highlighting it.
My pleasure. Still, more to come on this episode of the Recreation Rundown. I love the opportunity for partnerships within Culpeper County Parks and Recreation, and Girls on the Run is just one more example of that. Now, Tabitha, we're about ready to wrap things up, but there is something amazing on the horizon.
Yes.
And, you know, it was just yesterday at the Culpeper County Board of Supervisors meeting where this popped up on the screen, and I could almost hear you squealing in delight on the side of the room.
Yes, there was definitely squealage going on. I was very tickled.
So we are going to go in depth about this next month
Yes.
in our episode of the Recreation Rundown, but give us a little teaser about what we are about to see.
So 2 words, field house. Ooh. Think community center, gymnasium, aerobic studio, classrooms, one big building, one centralized location, lots of opportunities. I'm tickled pink and purple polka dots.
I have not heard that, but I will. I'm probably going to steal that from you.
That's fine.
But it's obviously you are extremely excited,
Yes.
and it's a huge step.
Oh, huge.
Not only for Parks and Rec, but also for Culpeper County in general.
Right, and there's a couple other projects going on that'll be discussed next month, but this has been a huge year for Culpeper Parks and Rec as far as new amenities, new facilities for the community. So yes, I'm pink and purple polka dots.
Pink and purple polka dots. We will all have pink and purple polka dots on the next episode of the Recreation Rundown as we go in depth for the new field house coming to the Culpeper County Sports Complex.
Yes.
Very, very soon.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be here before we know it.
Tabitha says not soon enough.
No, but I'm ready now.
18 years is a long time to wait.
We finally got it though. So.
Well, we will have a lot of information. In fact, we will go extremely in depth with the new field house coming to the sports complex on next edition of the Recreation Rundown. In the meantime, if you'd like to learn more information about the programs, activities, events, classes, opportunities, trips, I mean, there really is a lot going on. So make sure you use the information and contact Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. You can find them at culpeperrecreation.com. Search on Facebook, Culpeper County Parks and Recreation. Email parks@culpepercounty.gov. And you can also contact Tabitha directly to tell her how awesome she is at 727-3412, extension 5. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this episode of the Recreation Rundown, and we are excited to see all that Culpeper County Parks and Recreation is offering to us, the citizens of Culpeper. Until we see you at one of the many activities, classes, or even on a trip, you have yourselves a good day and a better tomorrow.